If you want to set up security settings for your staff, you would click on Company, Security, and Security Roles. For this example, we are going to put a leave administration role together. So in this case, we're going to call the role Leave Administration. In our role description, we are going to say can see only leave balances. Please change this option here to say deny access to all pages by default except those explicitly allowed. What this option does is it doesn't give the employee any access to the payroll unless you give them access. Is this role an admin role? I'm going to tick yes. Is this role an employee self-service role? What this means is, will the employees be able to have access to this option when they log in to their employee self-service? In this case, I don't want them to have access, so I'm going to leave that block unticked. Hide sensitive payroll-related fields from selectable dynamic fields in all reports. You would select this block if you don't want the employee seeing the leave balances to be able to see the leave rand value calculation amount. I'm going to tick this block as I only want it to be the leave balances. Once I'm finished, I can click on Save. In my section at the bottom under Security Roles, I now have the option to edit the role, add or edit permissions, or show the permissions. In this case, I want to add or edit the permissions. I now have access to each and every section of the payroll that I want to give the employees access to. In this case, I want to give them access to only the leave balances, so I'm going to select the leave balance option. And I now have the option to allow, deny, or give them read-only access to the leave balances page, the leave value column, or the leave value calculation column. In this case, I only want them to see the leave balances page, and I want to deny access to the leave value and the leave value calculation. Once I've made my selections, I can click on Save. When I'm finished selecting the options that I would like, I can click on Back to Security Roles. I can now click on Show Permissions to have a look at what this employee has access to. I have allowed the leave balances but denied access to the leave value and the leave value calculation, so that's fine. Now what I want to do is I want to link a user to this leave administration role. So I can now click on Manage Users. I now need to add a user. Let's give him a password. Once we have finished setting up our user, you can click on Save. If I scroll down, I can now see that I've got the user that I've just created in my user list. In order to link them to a role that I've just created, I can then click on the employee. I can click on Edit Security Roles and say I want to link this employee to the security role of leave administration and click on Save. In order to see what security roles the employees are linked to, I can click on the employee and I can see that they belong only to the leave administration setting. Once I'm finished, I can click on Update.